Hey there everybody, I have a bunch of spooky things, spooky images here on my desk. I'm finishing up my Sugar Skull book, and this is what the Sugar Skull book looks like. I was really inspired. I started my Sugar Skull book. I have these in the Etsy store, but the Etsy store is currently on vacation, and we'll talk about that in just a minute. I did a few things in this book, and then I kind of dropped it. I was kind of uninspired until Miss Cheryl sent me her completed Sugar Skull book, and wow. I mean, she really went over the top with hers. It was so much fun to look through here, you guys. Isn't it marvelous how you can have a project going, and then it's like, I'm just not inspired by this project anymore. And then somebody sends you something that just it fires up your creativity. You rediscover your mojo, and you're just ready to work again. And that's exactly what this Sugar Skull book from Miss Cheryl really did inspire me. I've done a few pages. I had to stop for a minute, so instead of stopping and starting, I just decided that we would just start all over so you can see where I am in this project. Cheryl also sent me a lot of Halloween images, which I'm really having a lot of fun with, and we'll just go from there. Last night I watched a really cool series, you guys. It is Cabinet of Curiosities. It's on Netflix. I really love it, because it really does center around the history and the lore of a cabinet of curiosities. I'm going to explain this to you because I knew the history of a curiosity cabinet, but I had totally forgotten about it. Angela also sent some Halloween things, so we're going to use that as well in our little mini book. She sent so many beautiful things. Thank you, Angela. Thank you. I'm so excited to use all of these things to really kind of fire up my Halloween is Monday. We are almost finished at the farm for the year. As you guys know, I'm the public relations manager for a family farm here. We operate from May until October 31st. And it is the end of our season. It's crazy how fast those 6 months go. You think, it's just weird. I can't even describe it, how quickly, fast it goes. We do a lot of things. We once had festivals and that sort of thing, but after COVID came along, we stopped doing things like that. But we still have families in. We are open to the public 6 months a year, and it is it's so much fun at Halloween because it gets crazy busy. We have a haunted hayride and that sort of thing. Just tons and tons and tons of fun for the kids and families. We do attempt to keep everything free. You pay for your pumpkins, but we do have free admission, free parking, free hay rods, free spooky hay rods, a free maze. We do so many, you're welcome, free things for, for the community. And we also have field trips. Those are a lot of fun as well. All right. Oh, let's see. I was talking about Cabinet of Curiosities. So it's on Netflix. Very interesting stories. They kind of remind me, do y'all remember Tales from the Dark Side? You may be young for that. If you do remember it, this is like Tales from the Dark Side. And it's so much fun, very spooky. They're sort of like in a vignette sort of thing, like 35 minutes long. So, you know, and that completes the story. I just thought it was so much fun. I also, I started watching something called like the 28-Day Haunting, but that was inaccurate in my little humble opinion. It's awesome that people want to do things like that. I think that the whole thing kind of threw me off because I was lucky enough to tag along with a true paranormal investigator. I mean, she was the real deal. And so I was a little like put off and disappointed when I started watching 28-Day Haunt, or, you know, whatever it was called, because it, you know, we always started our investigations with a prayer and smudging and, you know, protection prayers and that sort of thing. And these people just like stumbled into it, and they're professional investigators. I'm positive they knew exactly what they were doing. But because to me, it did not have like that authentic sort of feel that a real paranormal investigation does. It was like, yeah. But it's based on the work of Lorraine, Lorraine, the poltergeist, Lorraine, well, I can't remember her last name. She and her husband did paranormal investigations, and he was an actual demonologist, which I always thought was super interesting. Lorraine, oh man, I can't believe, and I'm not poltergeist, the Amityville Horror. I think they were the ones responsible for the Amityville Horror, and also The Conjuring. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. So I didn't, I watched about 10 minutes of it, and it's like, I'm not going to gravitate to this too much. Tell me what you're watching. You know, what's your favorite spooky thing to watch? I like anything spooky. Anything spooky reminds me of my dad allowing me to stay up and watch spooky things on TV during Halloween, or, you know, these great sci-fi movies, monster movies, Dracula and Frankenstein and things like that. It's always so much fun. So much fun. I think that's going to be a little big for me to get on here. I can maybe tear this image, but I really do like the way that the witchy is looking at the kitty cat. So I'm just going to set that to the side for just a minute. And basically what I'd like to do is just get some, hey, you know what? I could use this along with that kitty cat image right there, and that might work. It's funny when things just happen. I love it when things just happen. I'm not like one of these people who can spend a whole lot of time trying to construct something. It's gotta, you know, it either comes together or it doesn't, right? Y'all know exactly what I mean when I say that. I love this as well. I'm reading, man, oh shoot, probably should have, well, that's okay. I'm reading the Book of Magic. It's the third installment of the Practical Magic series. I did not know Practical Magic was based on an actual book by Alice Hoffman. I don't know how that got by me, because, you know, I love books, and that would have been a super big point of interest to me to know that. I tell you guys, it's one of the best things I've ever read. It's so intense that I mean, generally when I listen to audiobooks, I'm doing something else. But this is one of those audiobooks, it's just downright hard to do anything else. You're just like so wrapped up in this story. Very intriguing. It follows Jillian and Sally and the aunts and Sally's 2 daughters. Now this is after Practical Magic. And it's such a beautiful and intriguing story. I need just like a little label or something here. I was going to put the doll's home right there, but now I'm thinking probably not. I do have some kitty cats, but I almost think that those are a little too whimsical for this page. You know, this page has a bit of gravity to it. Look at that. Now this is something from Angela. Really love that. If the shoe fits, get a broom and hat to match. Believe in magic. Love these little cards. They're sweet. This one says 31 October. I just need like a small, just a small, look, the little monster and a ghost. Yay. That would kind of be cool. I might just use the skull and kind of leave the rest of it as is. These will be so much fun to look at next year, and probably to add to my Halloween display. I don't purchase things for a Halloween display. I do use what we have. And honestly, we have a lot of dragons and that kind of thing around our house. It's not very feminine around here at all. It's kind of manly-ish. So, but that's how it is. Lots of dragons, lots of swords, lots of knives, that sort of thing. So, it's not very girly. Let's put this up here. I like how that looks. I think I'm going to put this right here. I don't want it to sweep into the kitty's tail, though. There we go. Ooh, I like that. Oh, feels good to just sit down and glue. It's been a really intense week, and it's just fun to get that kind of big sort of release of creative spirit down on a piece of paper. I usually include a link in the description box to my Etsy store. My Etsy store is on vacation until I can sort out if I'm going to remain at Etsy, which I'm thinking that I'm not going to do. They are requiring some sort of third-party authentication. And unfortunately, when they ask you for the information, they are requiring a lot of personal data. I'm just not into that. I'm just not into it. So just not quite sure what's going to happen there, but I do have an eBay store that functions perfectly without anybody asking me 50 million questions and wanting access to every shred of information, you know, personal information that I owned. I'm just not going to do that. Don't you love that spider? He's so cool. Let's take a little bit of this. I'm looking for like a fill-in piece right here. I thought maybe that would be it, but I think I'm going to use that over here. I just need a small, like, little fill in. Oh, wait, I might have found something. Oh, perfect. That's what I'm looking for right there. I think I should have, I hope I can still lift this up. That's one thing about working with a glue stick. You know, you can you have like that window of opportunity to sort of change your mind about a design. Which is cool. So I'm going to put that here and then put that there. Perfect. Love all this witchy stuff going on. So with Etsy, I'm just not sure, y'all. We'll just have to see how it all turns out. But right now, I unfortunately don't have an Etsy store. I mean, I do. You can still see what I have. You can still see what I have in my store. So, you know, if you're so inclined and want to go over and take a look at what I do have in there, then totally feel free to do that. This is not working out. It's almost like a, I don't think that's going to work out. So I'm going to take the wire and the styrofoam thingy off here. If it will peel off. Because I do love the spider with his... sparkly eyes. Let's see if we can make that work a little bit better. There we go. That's a little bit better. Oh, that's a lot better, but it's still not sticking. Okay, let's go something else. Hey, maybe a pumpkin or some bats. I love the cat. Let's see if we can make the kitty cat stick. I think that's gonna work. Okay. So unfortunately, that's where I am with Etsy. I'd love to, you know, to know of any other platforms that you guys like that are trusted platforms where you feel like you can buy and sell in a secure way. I am disappointed that I've been with Etsy for 10 years and now they're doing this. But, you know, it's a thing. I think sometimes when things like that happen, it's just kind of a little cue to say, hey, you know, maybe it's time to find something else. That's all. The fees had gotten outrageous. Maybe it's just best to kind of, you know, take a different tack. Nothing wrong with that at all. As a matter of fact, it's rather refreshing, right? And you can kind of, you guys can see that I'm like really making this image work for me. I don't like the way that it, I did like it. I like the image. It was just not kind of fitting on my page. And that made me just kind of want to change it. I need to start looking on the back of these too, because in the back of some of these papers are like really interesting. Okay, I could do that. I could do that. This, it has a little bit of gravity here. And that's kind of making me want to that's a little too big. It's making me want to use an image that might have a little bit of gravity to it as well. So that's a little too big as well. I do like this. So let's just kind of, I think this will be great. I love small books as far as, you know, is making glue books. I think they're really, really fun because you can accomplish a small glue book in no time. And it kind of just makes you feel good to be able to complete a project. Or it does, you know, it helps me because I can go back and I can say, oh, you know, I have completed something today. And a lot of times, you know, if something drags on and on and on, it just sort of loses its its interest, or, you know, you just kind of get a wee tired of it. I like this. I really love this image right here. I think we'll use that. I think we'll use this. Maybe this over here. Maybe this is a border. What do you think? I think that might work out nicely. But I do think I want to do it this way. And then I can, well, I think that's fine. It's kind of that messy book, the messy book that I've been working on. It's kind of that sort of thematic, that sort of dynamic where you're just going to leave something sticking out. To me, that makes it really interesting. You know, the piece that you're working on. These are a little whimsy-ish. I was going to see if there's anything else in here that's not quite so whimsy-ish. Oh, I do like this. I think I'll put that over there. So, tell me all about your favorite Halloween movies, why you like them, why you gravitate to them, what they mean to you. You know, is anything very special and unique and different? Did you go see the movie, you know, with someone and have fun, you know? Did you have fun seeing the movie? You know what I'm talking about. I have not been to a theater in a really long time. Chris and I went in early 2020 to see Ford versus Ferrari. Great movie. We do like cars. And that was the last time that I've been in a movie theater. Probably the last time that I've actually been out. It's been a really long time. But that's okay. I don't really mind. I'm not fussing about it. I need some more. Oh, and I do have this washi as well. Let's do some washi. I like this. I have been very clumsy of late. Having huge major problems with my hands, but by golly, I cannot let that stop me. Okay, I have that tiny space right there. Don't know what to do with it. It came off just like in a perfect sort of way. Hey, perfect. Okay. Now, we have a few more pages to go. And then I will be done. And we can do a little flip. Like I said, a glue book like this, where there's, you don't have, oh, I think I should have used that a different way. Whoops. You know, just something short and sweet is very fun to play with. It's great to just kind of get in the flow with something and just let it happen and just feel better. And it's all about the feeling good, isn't it? It's really not about, you know, your end product as much as it is how you got to the end. I always think that the process is really valuable. It's not how it ends up, but how you feel when you're creating it. Look how nicely that turned out. And that was a whole bunch of accidents all put together. Bob Ross was right. There are no mistakes, just happy accidents. Mia's walking around because it's almost 4 o'clock, and that means it's almost 5 o'clock in her world. We all know what that means. Hey, look what I found. Woohoo! How fun. That was on the back of that beautiful orange scroll. Cardstock right there. Didn't that turn out fun, y'all? I'll just fold that over. The tree which moves some to tears of joy is in the eyes of others only a green thing that stands in the way. Man, that's William Blake. What a visionary. So I'll put that right there. Let's see what else we can find. I like this haunted house right here. So I think what we'll do, we've been using our highlighter as an accent, and that's been really fun. And I think what we'll do is just use our highlighter and make a little background right here. And then we'll put this on. Yeah, that looks really cute. That turned out well. Okay, no, I think I'm just going to do a couple more pages here. It's almost time for me to get dinner on the go. Oh, this kitty. kind of settle in for the night. It's just been a busy, busy, busy day here. It's usually a busy day. There's a lot of gratitude and appreciation for a busy day, though. It means things were happening, stuff was going on. Not sure I really like that, like that. Let's see if we can just use it a different way. Or use pieces and parts. Right? Let's use this here. And these paper, you know, these pages are so small that it makes it a lot of fun to just do a lot of layering. Man, I love layers. The more the better. You know, I think we might come back and use some of these, well, you know, little scrappy bits that we have left in our messy book that we were working on last week. I think I used all of the washi. Oh, nope, still had a little bit. I was trying to find a place to use it because I didn't quite like it on the page that I was looking at. That works out really well. Kind of buckled it over right there. And you can see that the pages are kind of, I've got little things sticking out, which I really, really do like that. This is just an encouragement to you to grab something and a piece of paper and make yourself happy by just gluing some things down. It really is like refreshing and fun. And don't worry too much about the results. Everything really does kind of come out in the wash, and you'll think you've made a mistake, and then you realize that it was the best mistake that you could have possibly made with the piece, because it just simply led you down a different path. And that's what art is about. It's really about the creation, the process of creation, more than the outcome. If you're less worried about the outcome, you'll be kind of surprised at how nice the outcome actually is. I like to use pieces in the corner that sort of bring the page together. I'm going to see if we've got anything else. I need something right here. I love him. We got a little bit of text here. Stonehouse Creek Sanitarium. That'll work out great. And it's got a bunch of purple in it, which enhances the purple that we got going on over here. So perfect. really do like this eye right here. So I think we're going to let her hang out there. Hehe. And I need just one more little thing right there. Hey. That's okay, but that's just not quite it. Did it. There we go. There is a little kitty that will finish that off page. It just looks so nice. There we go. And for this one, I'm just going to fold it over and glue it in right there. Oh, you know what? That's not going to work because that's cardstock. We'll just leave it out. You can see how the edging came along so nicely on this. And in my next session, I'll finish this up and we'll do some more edging to it. Happy Halloween, you guys. Be inspired by the season. Have fun with it. Do your own thing. Don't listen to other people. Just do your own thing. You be your own kind of magic. I'll talk to y'all soon.